northern Israel on Tuesday. Reuters. Israel-Iran ceasefire is in effect, says Trump. The U.S. president rebukes the two West Asian countries after accusations of ceasefire violations. The ceasefire was announced on early morning on Tuesday, after Iran attacked U.S. base in Qatar. Despite Trump's warning, Israeli jets carried out a strike against an Iranian radar north of Tehran. Stanley Johnny Doha. U.S. President Donald Trump said on Tuesday that a ceasefire between Israel and Iran was, in effect, after the truce announced by him earlier seemed to unravel following accusations of violations from both sides, prompting him to curse the two West Asian countries and issue a rare public demand to Israel to stand down. The day witnessed dramatic developments as both Israel and Iran carried out massive strikes against each other in the final hours before the intended start of a 7 a.m. ceasefire, Doha time, announced by the U.S. president. The Israeli military said it struck 8 ballistic missile launchers in western Iran. Tehran fired at least 20 ballistic missiles in 6 barrages. 4 people were killed and at least 22 injured in Iran's missile attacks. Both Israeli and Iranian officials said they accepted the ceasefire. In light of achieving the objectives of the campaign, Israel agreed to the U.S. president's proposal for a mutual ceasefire, the office of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said in a statement. Trump warns Israel. Israel claimed missiles were again fired at 10:30 a.m., which it blamed on Iran. Defense Minister Israel Katz said he had ordered the military to respond forcefully in Tehran. Israel, do not drop those bombs. If you do, it is a major violation. Mr. Trump wrote in all capital letters, clearly asking America's closest ally to stand down. Despite Mr. Trump's warning, Israeli jets carried a strike against an Iranian radar north of Tehran on Tuesday afternoon, but stopped short of launching any major attack in Iran. Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian said Tehran would respect the ceasefire if Israel does the same. If the Zionist regime does not violate the ceasefire, Iran will not violate it either, the Iranian president said during a phone conversation with Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, according to the president's office. Iran's press TV said the ceasefire came into effect after Tehran fired multiple missile barrages at Israel. The military operations of our powerful armed forces to punish Israel for its aggression continued until the very last minute, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi wrote in a social media post. Together, with all Iranians, I thank our brave armed forces who remain ready to defend our dear country until their last drop of blood. Iran's nuclear chief Mohammad Eslami said the country was assessing the damage to its nuclear industry and that arrangements have been made for its restoration, according to the state-owned Mer News. Mr. Trump, however, wrote, again all capital letters, Iran will never rebuild their nuclear facilities. Both Israel and Iran wanted to stop the war, equally. It was my great